The Dallas Mavericks arriving at the building earlier today. And as whatever works, David. Thanks. Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for him.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him. And a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Doncic. Also Seth Curry out there. Hardaway is out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Chandler out there with Robert Covington. And it's House in at the 3 spot. And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. And Doncic gets it to go. A lot of opinions, Doris, on who may be named the coach of the year. When you look at the criteria for you when you're voting, what do you look at?
Well, obviously, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any mid-season trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things.
Up again. It's good on the putback.
The hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
Here's Finney-Smith. Goes back up. And it's Porzingis laying it in.
Scoring through contact is something Kristaps Porzingis has got to get used to in the NBA. Teams try to get physical with this guy.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
It's good. For Dallas, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Curry kicks to Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. Hardaway, no good. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Harden inside the 3-point line. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Harden's got 9.
Yeah, you got your shooters and you have your scorers, but James Harden is both.
You know, you think back to the history of players in the NBA and who can match up to the intensity of Russell Westbrook. This guy goes full speed, 100% every second he's on the floor. And regardless of how you rate Westbrook, you have got to admire what he brings nightly. Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Another 3 for Dallas.
Boy, had this shot on automatic. The confidence so crucial to what Seth Curry brings to the table.
Harden inside the 3-point line. It's rebounded by Doncic. And Doris with Westbrook, that competitive fire and edge he plays with can rub some opponents the wrong way.
It can, Kevin, and to be honest, Russell Westbrook probably wants it exactly that way. He's beloved by so many retired players because to them he brings that old-school NBA mentality.
Here's Harden, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. On the wing, Harden. From the arc. The rebound by Marjanovic. Dallas leading by 3. To the inside. Here's Barea. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
I'll tell you, don't let the diminutive size fool you. This guy is not intimidated and can get his shot in the painted area.
McLemore, the pass to Kira. The Rockets with another miss. Now the Mavericks with it. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Barea kicks to right. Back to Barea. Just 5 on the clock. Marjanovic passes to Burke. Now here's Carroll. He's covered closely. Goes up on the high post. And that one goes long. They're scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 5. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Dallas, they've got J.J. Barea. Also, Burke out there. Marjanovic is out there with Wright. And it's Kleba in at the force line. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Rivers. Pass to Kleba, right wing. From deep, Barea. It's rebounded by Houston.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
McLemore, no good. And it's Burke with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. It's stolen by Carroll. Outside, Green. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. And we can talk all we want about their passing, but from three-point range, these point guards have been filling it up for the past month. The 4th spot held by Austin Rivers.
A lot of point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the basketball. So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooting.
You know, and having that element of long-range shooting ability makes them a tough puzzle for defenders to solve. You know, it's an invaluable asset for point guard, and these players have it in a big-time way.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Here's Marjanovic. Tries again over Green, and that one's good. Marjanovic has got his second bucket.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
Some nice passing here by Dallas. And again, the turnover by the Mavericks. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. So both teams making some changes here. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Westbrook. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Westbrook's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, Russell Westbrook, so quick to attack, Kevin. Boy, when you look back on Russell Westbrook's career, the athleticism at the point guard position, borderline absurd. The power, the speed with which he moves on the floor, boy, you just don't see it that consistently.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Doncic against Westbrook. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. And with Westbrook and his elite athleticism, Doris, it can be seen in his great statistics.
Well, you don't average 30 points a game in the NBA unless you can absolutely blow past defenders like Russell Westbrook. Gosh, the strength in his legs allows him to fight for rebounds. He is so productive from the point guard position. It's extraordinary.
Now here's Westbrook, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. That shot wide open. Westbrook's got 4 points this quarter.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Out of bounds, Houston takes possession. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Take a look at the Rockets. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And, of course, there's the Mavericks, 2 spots down.
You know, right now, Dallas, I love what they've been able to do this season. Last year, really just a struggle for them, but they've clearly put that behind them.
Oh, they're a different team this year for sure. They've got that confidence, that drive back. That was missing for so much of last year.
Now, Hardaway following the three-point attempt by Austin Rivers.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
And the dunk by Westbrook.
You know, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
Doncic against Westbrook. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Doncic outside. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Houston will take it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers. And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. James Harden, he's checked in for Austin Rivers. And Dallas also making a switch. Berea's checked in. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler. Green, he's checked in for Houston. And Dallas with a change here, too. Marjanovic checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Curry outside. Here's Marjanovic. Pass to Finney-Smith. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
White, he's checked in for Curry. Both good from the line that time. Rockets trail by 4. Kicks it to Harden. Pulls up from the corner. The Rockets again can't hit. Porzingis looking it over. Now Marjanovic. Here's Finney-Smith. And that would have counted, but his shot was off. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. And that does it for our...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with Chandler, and it's House in at the threesome. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Luka Doncic can pass it, shoot it, drive it, and he does it all with great flair.
The Rockets trail. For the lead, Harden, no good. So it's the Mavericks now. And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. Curry on the wing. Down low, Chandler with the steal. And here comes House, leading the fast break. Trying to find Covington, gets it to him. That puts them in the lead. Covington's got 6. And you see some of the shots that Doncic knocks down. Doris, the degree of difficulty is off the charts.
It is, Kevin, but the skill I love the most is his passing. It doesn't matter if it's a hook pass, a lob. He has the strength to hit the weak side corner, and this guy loves delivering in the big moments. It is so fun to watch him.
Rockets have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Covington passes to Harden. From 13 feet, it goes down. Harden's got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
That one goes. Count it. And that's now 6 points for Porzingis.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
And the Rockets making a change here. McLemore is checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Trey Burke subbed in for Doncic. And so it's Dallas with him. James Harden missing on the three. Out to Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. Covington with the steal. And the jam by Harden.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
To the inside, Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Hardaway. Here's Clemens, a second chance effort. Burke grabs the miss.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
James Harden, he's checked in for Rivers. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, two guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are two of the most complete, dominant, two-way big men in today's game.
The offensive rebound at the Kleber. Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. Over Green, and that one's good. Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs. Rockets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Shooting for Houston, James Harden. 2 shots.
He throw good, James Harden. Daniel House is checked in for Green. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
There's 48 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And quick.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in. 40 seconds left to play in the third. Passes to Marjanovic. Here's Finney-Smith. Back to Marjanovic. The 11-footer, and he gets the jumper to drop. Marjanovic has got 8 points.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And stolen by Wright. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Wright.
Assist goes to
Wright's got 3 assists in the game. To the paint. Pass to Clemens. From deep, Harden. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Just 3 on the clock. Gets a hand on it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 16. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
Boy, GA, how about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. DeJuan Wright is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. From deep, Harden cans it from downtown. Harden's got 23 points.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Wright with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Wright against Harden. Chandler with the steal. Harden right side. Covington trying to break free. Harden, that's good. Harden's got 14 points now in the second half.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area. And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the 2 teams.
And Maxi Kleba is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Russell Westbrook in for the Rockets. Dallas also making some changes. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Curry subbed in for DeLon Wright. The pass to Doncic. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Westbrook against Doncic. Here's Porzingis. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Here's Hardaway. The quick look, no good that time. Rockets trail by 12. From deep, Harden. And another 3 for Houston.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
And Doncic, here we go.
Well, this guy is so effective with the pump fake. Luka Doncic gets the defender off his feet. Beautiful.
And he makes the first.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
All 3 throws good from Doncic. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. When I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Dallas leading by 11. Feeds it to Curry. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Tyson Chandler.
What I love is the confidence that Seth Curry plays with, and it has him attacking the defense. A little bit too physical there defensively.
And the second free throw, good. Houston's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Here's Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook is as powerful a dunker as there is in the league. You almost feel bad for the rim.
For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. And Doncic, here we go. Pass to Porzingis over Chandler. Porzingis can't hit, and that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's foul number 2 for him. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you. And you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. On the wing, Doncic. Guarded by Harden. Kleba. Oh, good on the 3. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Trailing by 10. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Inside, here's Hardaway. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. 6 points for Tim Hardaway.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Mavericks.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Luka Doncic.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
There's so much to like about Luka Doncic, but perhaps the best thing is he can contribute in every aspect of the game, scoring, rebounding, passing, you name it. You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Maxi Kleba. Justin Jackson, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Lee in for Curry.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Lee finds Kid Gilchrist. He can't hit that time. Harden with the defensive effort. Here's Houston now. 9-point game, and it's in there.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Lee passes to Kid Gilchrist. Now Marjanovic. For the 3. No good. And so it's Dallas winning this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Year long, we look forward to seeing your best plays in 2K21.
Thanks for watching this week, and make sure you check back here for more news on NBA 2K21.
And make sure to follow us on social for all the event updates.
San Francisco,
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Well, Oakland has been a wonderful home for the Warriors. You know, San Francisco will be too. Thanks, DA. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got Doncic. He's out there with Curry. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward.
Comparisons being drawn between Kristaps Porzingis and Dirk Nowitzki for their height and skill level, understandably so, and in many eyes, fitting that Porzingis is now a Dallas Maverick.
Now, here's Thompson to the middle. And there's Chris. That's good on the assist by Thompson. Chris has got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Warriors. Doncic passes to Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
And Clark, looking at those two players you just mentioned, Nowitzki's 7 foot tall, Porzingis 7'3".
Yeah, you take a look at those guys, and the difference really, I think, is the athleticism of Porzingis. He moves a little better, he bounces a little higher, and as he's gotten stronger, I think center might be his natural position, whereas Dirk was really better suited to being a power forward.
Curry looking it over. Inside. And Green gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Hardaway. 20 points for him last game against Denver.
And we have to mention his rebound. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Now here's Wiggins. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And Thompson kicks to Chris. Golden State moving it around. Clark, some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the moves, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. DeLon Wright comes in for Seth Curry. And it's Burke in for Doncic. Here's Pascal. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist total show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Green with the block.
Green takes great pride in his defense now. He loves the 9 shots at the rim and playing bigger than his 6'8" frame would lead you to believe. Well, you know, it's not been easy for Andrew Wiggins the last few seasons, guys. The production has just fallen short of expectations. He was a #1 pick back in his draft class and really has struggled to live up to what the fans have expected him to be.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Correa comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. It's good. The assist that time from Burke.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
And with Wiggins, he's clearly a talented player, Clark, but people just want more from him.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and a lot of it is a matter of consistency. And when the expectations are high, being a former overall #1 pick, that pressure can affect you. But I think if Wiggins can just lock into being consistent, all of that will subside.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Free throw good, Wiggins.
You know, there's no question the talent is there for Wiggins. It's obvious, but can he take that next leap forward and become a superstar? He may be destined to be a good second star on the team and maybe not the leading guy.
Correa, it's blocked. On the wing, Wiggins. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. He doesn't usually fire from out there. Mavericks trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And that one's good. Burke.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
And stolen by Wright. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And Barea with the basket on the assist by Wright.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Pass to Looney. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Staying alert and aware. Wiggins sees his man flash to an open spot. Pass is right on the money.
The Warriors have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Shoots in deep. Here's Poole. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn. Clock at 6. Wiggins from the high post. He drills it. Wiggins has got 6.
Hey, that mid-range area, in-between area, we call it, inside the three-point line and not at the rim, Wiggins knows he can get this shot anytime he wants.
Now here's Barea. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Warriors. So much talent on this Warriors team. Draymond Green.
The way I judge, whether we can.
Greg, defense is Draymond's specialty. No question about it.
And it all starts on that end. The Warriors feel like if they take care of business at that end, the offense will take care of itself.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Tim Hardaway Jr., J.J. Barea is out there with Wright. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Kleba in at the 4 slot. And even though you only see him in short spurts, Boban makes an impact mark when on the floor.
Yeah, Marjanovic is a huge guy, and he only plays limited minutes at a time. But there's nothing small about this guy. He's an efficient scorer when he gets his chances, but just doesn't have the foot speed to be able to play significant minutes.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Maxi Kleba. Curry comes in for Wright, and Luka Doncic subbed in for J.J. Barea. On when you see that step-back three-point for Doncic, shades of James Harden, the way he gets that shot off.
And you know what? They say Luka's deceleration, hitting the brakes and stopping suddenly, is top-notch, just like James Harden's. So that's quite a compliment. A lot of that is footwork and balance, but I think his quickness, too, guys, has been a little bit underrated. This guy is a little better athlete than he gets credit for.
Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, he's known for his finesse game, guys, but Porzingis showing you there. He's got some power to his game, too.
Curry outside. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. And the Warriors with possession here. In the second quarter, held scoreless.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
No one covering. Curry's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
Outside Hardaway. Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. The Mavericks keeping it alive. A new 14. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. Coming off that loss against the Nets. Here's Doncic. The putback Finney-Smith kicks to Porzingis. On its way from Curry for two. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Passes it to Green. On the wing, Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Stolen by Thompson. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Here's Curry with the three. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's 6 points for Steph Curry. Clark, what would your dream backcourt look like? If you were going to design one, what would it look like?
Well, they'd have good size and athleticism, somewhere in that 6'3" to 6'6" range, and the ability to make plays for themselves and others, and also be very solid at the defensive end. You know, you think about some guys that would fit that bill. I look at a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, who really gives it to you in multiple ways as a backcourt player. And I like the scoring of Damian Lillard.
Agreed. From 7. That shot goes in. He now has 3 field goals and 6 misses today.
And Curry certainly is clever and crafty. Trickery is part of his arsenal when he gets inside. I mean, I like seeing him do his thing close to the basket.
And it goes down 2 points. Finney-Smith's got his second basket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Curry on the wing. Burke covering. The shot by Curry, no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Barea subbed in for Luka Doncic. Drills it from outside.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter. Shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Burke. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And some good action.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Curry and Klay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Hardaway from outside.
Well, this is why Draymond usually makes the all-defensive team. Just a major disruptor out there.
Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? We'll just have to wait and see.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. A three-pointer, no good. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Shoots over Curry. The shot by Thompson, no good. Dallas leading by 5. Now the pass to Hardaway. And the layup's good off the glass. Hardaway has got his second basket of the game.
You know, he's not just a shooter, guys. Hardaway Jr. is also capable of getting creative and mixing things up, too. I like it. Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game. To the paint, here's Hardaway.
Good discipline on defense. Wiggins right on top of it the whole way.
Hardaway, no good. Thompson way outside, but they get it back. Green dishes to Wiggins. Curry wide open, gets the three-pointer to fall. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Pass to Porzingis, poked loose. Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Curry. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Finney-Smith's got 7 points.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Curry against Doncic. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Wiggins.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Hardaway. Warriors trail by 9.
You know, for Porzingis, the business of the family is basketball. His parents played at a very high level. His older brother played professionally for over a decade. And the first word that Porzingis said was ball, and he's had one in his hands pretty much from the start.
It's stolen by Curry. The 11-footer. The Mavericks pull it in.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
1:36 left in the third quarter of the game. Banked in off the glass. 15 points in the game. And Clark, Porzingis' older brother. He used to make him highlight reels of NBA stars.
Yeah, you know, the NBA was his goal all along, but he showed patience, and the Orlando Magic actually promised to take him 10th back in 2014. He stayed in Spain 1 more year to develop, and good for him.
Marquise Chris, he's checked in for the Warriors. Klay Thompson comes in for Wiggins, and the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Barea checked in for Seth Curry. And Trey Burke subbed in for Doncic. To the wing on the left. Kleber kicks to Barea. Pass to Wright. Dallas moving it around. To the inside. And stolen by Chris. It's Curry with the drive. Yes, that goes in. Curry's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Boy, Curry is so creative and efficient, and when he gets hot and gets going, he rains down points and baskets on the defense.
And that one's good. Burke.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
And it's blocked. And they get it back. Pass to Pascal. This one for 3. Curry's shot is off. Mavericks leading by 11. Burke looking over the floor. Here's Wright. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burke's got 3 assists in the game.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want. The other, not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
And he's an assassin from long range. With his size and quick release, coupled with the consistency, Thompson is a very hard man to guard beyond the arc.
And so it's Dallas. with a 10-point lead. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Warriors trail by 10 on the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. They've got Wright, also Trey Burke out there. Hardaway is out there with Marjanovic. And it's Kleba in at the power forward.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half. But he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Down low. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
The deep three from Thompson. Burke grabs the miss.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
But they recover it. Here's Looney, another shot, and the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Burke, and he gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 11. Clark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebound?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
Outside for Curry. On deep. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And that's 20 points for Steph Curry.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Doncic left side. Out to the wing. There's the pass to Hardaway. 5 to shoot. Out to Doncic. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Boy, Doncic showing you his competitiveness right there with the back-at-you 3. The revenge triple.
Thompson for the triple. Drops in the tray. Thompson's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end. Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Right with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And the Warriors making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleba. And it's Seth Curry in for Wright. Warriors trail by 10. Deflects the pass. Thompson passes to Curry. Back to Thompson. And there's the call on Curry. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Seth Curry.
1:53 left to play in the final quarter. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
Mavericks leading by 9. Doncic with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Porzingis lays it up off the glass.
Boy, you look at Porzingis. This guy is very skilled, and you give him those kind of looks, he'll cash in all day long.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. The shot by Curry, and the Warriors take on 2 more. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Doncic finds Porzingis. Curry on the wing. Doncic with it. Lets it go with a three. They grab their own miss. Porzingis passes to Curry. There's the triple. Wiggins with the block.
Great read that time by Wiggins, anticipating the shot. Sends it out with return to sender postage.
Curry outside. Thompson with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Dallas.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And Thompson is phenomenal as a two-way player. A knockdown shooter from everywhere, challenged or unchallenged, and he defends at an elite level too.
Curry from deep three-point land. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
Beautiful looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep, wow.
For 3, got a piece of it.
You know, I like that Doncic, guys, doesn't back down on defense and tries to make it hard for his opponents.
Thompson inside the line. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Dallas calls timeout. They're up by 2. There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Luka Doncic.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
All right, David, thanks.
And just like his brother Seth is an impressive bucket getter. I mean, somebody whose role is to shoot and score the ball.
Again, Curry missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
So a close game sees Dallas taking this. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.
body fluid and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
This week on NBA 2K TV, we're inside the bubble with Washington Mystics and 2K fan Ariel Powers. Plus, we're talking 2K21 with Mike Wang and Agent Zero. We check in with community members.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the and with some pretty sound advice. Thanks, DA. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Luka Doncic's out there with Curry. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2 guard. Curry finds Porzingis. Here's Finney Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Porzingis. Curry outside. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And here's Denver.
What a find by the Denver Nuggets. No hype really around Jokic coming into the league. Now he's a star player here in Denver, franchise player here in Denver, and a heart of a team that's got a tremendous amount of potential in the next couple of seasons. Jokic heading up this offense and shouldering the load.
Murray outside. The pass to Millsap. And just about a minute into the first quarter. That one wide left. And with Jokic, it was a second-round pick for the Nuggets back in 2014.
Think about the decision that was made between Jokic and Nurkic and how it is that the team felt like Jokic could grow if Nurkic moved on, which he did to Portland. And now all of a sudden the offense takes off under Jokic, a playmaking five that opens up a lot of cutting opportunities. And I know this young nucleus is going to do some great things in the future, mostly behind what Jokic has provided this organization.
Here's Craig, right now averaging about 5 points a game. Pass to Porter. Outside Millsap. Here's Jokic. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
Well, the confidence just keeps growing with Jokic and his shot. Pretty much ready to shoot as soon as it touched his hands.
Out to the right wing. Here's Finney-Smith. Millsap covering. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Porter.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
And Brent, both teams really want this win. Playoff implications are at stake.
This is going to be an interesting night to see who it is that stands up, Kevin, and who it is that realizes the imperative nature of this game for their playoff chances. This could have some seeding implications as well.
The players know it well, too.
The players know it well, and the veteran players and the players who have that experience and that hunger to get back there, they're letting the other guys know that tonight, let's lock in and tune it up.
And so here's Denver, following the three-point basket by Dallas. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
So a moment now to see the story on Tim Hardaway Jr. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. Averaging 21 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And Hardaway comes to help. To the inside. The kick out to Porter. Here's Millsap, and again it's Denver.
Millsap set up there in the mid-range. Pretty good rhythm on that jumper.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. DeLon Wright comes in for Seth Curry. And Trey Burke subbed in for Hardaway. Now here's Plumlee. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get it.
Now here's Wright. And the layup falls.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Morris with the ball. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Passes it to Dozier. Grant outside. Now here's Bull. Guarded by Wright. Bull can't hit. Mavericks leading by 5. Pass to Burke. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. right at the free throw line, and another basket for Dallas.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Nuggets have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Morris passes to Plumlee. He kicks to Morris. Grant, right side. The Mavericks pull it in. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. And stolen by Bull. And that does it for the first quarter. Mavericks ahead, leading by 7. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the
basketball, like passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
On the floor for Dallas, they've got Marjanovic. Trey Burke is out there with J.J. Barea. Then it's DeJuan Wright. And it's Kleba in at the power forward. Daniels with it, Burke covering. Now Grant. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Let us not forget about the work on the glass, Kevin. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets. No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Daniels kicks to Dozier. Daniels passes to Grant. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Daniels, it's deflected. Right side. A nice shot by Barea. Barea's got the lead up to 14 now for the Mavs.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Dallas has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight.
And really, few guys in the league are more unique than Bobo. Has length for days, but needs to add a tremendous amount of strength to guard his natural position.
Grant, that's good.
Grant at 6'9", using that length right there. A nice soft touch in close to the rim.
Here's Barea, and it's sent back by Plumlee. And they're able to recover. A second chance effort. The Mavericks rebound. Here's Marjanovic. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. No good from Grant. And talking about Bull, his dad, Manute Bull, was known for his defense. That is not the case for his son.
Well, they're two completely different types of players. Bobo's game is about skill. He can handle, he can shoot. And for someone who's 7'2", he's a tremendous playmaker. Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
That's where Plumlee operates best. The closer to the basket, the better chance he has of converting.
Dallas leading by 12. Here's Wright, and he drops it in from the low post. Wright's got 7.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And here are the Nuggets now. Here's Millsap. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Millsap's got his second bucket of the game to go.
The jump shot just getting better and better for Millsap over time. You cannot give him that.
Got that one up quick. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Jokic, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Hardaway with a wide open look. Misses the three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. He's pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's Curry. 9 points in the game so far.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Here's Craig. Drills the baseline jumper.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
And here is Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver. Fires the three. The long distance three is buried. Doncic has got 5.
An average shooter from deep, it's important that Doncic continues to work on this part of it.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Best. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They're leading by 16. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, they went down to...
And that'll about do.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Curry has been sensational.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And the Nuggets franchise still looking for their first trip to the NBA Finals.
How about the franchise making the ABA Finals back in 1976? So it's been quite elusive here in the mountains to get the finals back to Denver. 40 years ago, still looking for that trip.
Mavericks leading by 14, and so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Doncic feeling it out. Five on the clock.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Can't go in soft. You got to have intention when you go in there on the glass. And Porzingis wanted to beat everybody to the ball that time.
Outside Porter. Craig passes to Jokic. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Here's Millsap. Second chance shot, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Huge play from Millsap, getting hit on the shot, but still sinking that one over the deep.
Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Denver. The Nuggets shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And that one falls for Paul Millsap.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding. But he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
The pass to Jokic. Murray against Doncic. On the wing, Porter. From past the arc. But they'll get another chance. Millsap passes to Jokic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Just have to stay down on any kind of pump fake. Once Jokic got him up in the air, he had him.
And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
Morris looking over the floor. Shoots from 12. Jokic, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. There's a lot of talk, Brent, about eliminating divisions, something that's been discussed. I think that's going to happen.
I don't understand what the divisions are. Do you?
Well, no. We don't pay attention to the divisions.
We don't pay any attention to the divisions.
It's all about conference.
And we know that divisions end up helping in some ways with the playoff seedings, but it just seems strange today to have the divisions the way they are divided up. I think it helps when you're opening up a fish wrap in the morning if you check a traditional newspaper, but otherwise, there could be something that goes away soon.
But obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
Kleba with the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Nuggets trail by 17. Pass to Daniels. And here's Jokic, guarded by Curry. Shoots from 14. And it's Jokic missing.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. 1:06 left to play in the third. And stolen by Murray.
Jamal Murray.
Craig, good. Craig's got 4 points in the quarter.
I like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
And there's the foul. It's on Torrey Craig. That is his first foul of the game. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Now here's Curry, guarded closely. It's tipped. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Here's Finney Smith. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Curry. Dallas again turning it over.
I know people can't see you, Kevin, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
9 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Murray. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. We've got Luka Doncic. Also Seth Curry out there. Porzingis is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4 slot. Curry against Morris. At the tip, Jokic on the follow.
Well, Jokic is big, Jokic is long, and he does a great job there of corralling that ball and taking advantage of his length.
Here's Doncic. Drills the three-pointer. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Murray with the ball. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
Jokic and body control. Hey, years ago we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
Curry passes to Finney Smith. To the middle. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, why dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration too, and you've got 2 points. Morris dishes to Millsap. Makes it off the glass.
Well, burning up the defense right now is Millsap on the interior, just finding enough space to create scoring chances.
There's the 3. They get it back. Porzingis on the follow.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The Nuggets trail by 14. Passes it to Millsap. Pass to Craig. And here's Jokic. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. And the Nuggets making a change here. Porter's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Kleba's checked in. Feeds to Curry. Over to the wing. Dallas moving it around. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Craig. That's in. Coming off the assist from Jokic.
Now Jokic taking initiative on defense, showing he has those hands on that end of the floor as well.
Curry kicks to Hardaway. Back to Curry. Releases. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Jokic. A putback. It's good on the putback.
Well, there's been a lot of attention around the league about how good Millsap was defensively on the interior, but don't forget about what he could do on the offensive glass.
Here's Hardaway. Sinks that one from the post. Hardaway has got 4 points in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Now the pass to Jokic over Porzingis, and the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Nikola Jokic. And so Curry will bring it up for Dallas. They led by as many as 18 points. Back to Doncic. .130 left in the fourth quarter.
Getting so used to Porzingis soaring in on the putback dunk. There's another one there.
Now here is Morris. Pass to Porter. Puts up a three. No good that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Dallas.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. Jokic passes to Millsap. Kleba with the rebound.
Now, I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Here's Porzingis. Craig pulls it in.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
That's his second personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Daniels from outside. And it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Noah Vonleh. First team foul.
And here are the Mavericks now. It's a 16-point game. Barea against Morris. Barea dishes to Kid Gilchrist. Barea the pass to Kid Gilchrist. Off on the layup. Passes it to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
From deep three-point range, misses. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. And in the win, a comfort.
body fluid and goaltend. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
Welcome to a brand new episode of NBA 2K TV.
These are exciting times. The NBA is back. The WNBA is back.
I don't know about you, Chris, but I absolutely love seeing live basketball on my screen once again. It's glorious.
It is awesome, and it's been fun to see what the players are doing to keep busy inside.
Coming up next, the Mavericks. Welcome, everyone, to Noche Latina. And look now at a few years' worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Harden.
And the trend that he's going through with his assist numbers dropping over the past few years isn't a good one. I don't want to say he's become a more selfish player because that's too harsh, but he's become a little too concerned about finding his own shot rather than creating for his teammates. He may want to rethink that.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. E.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward. And for the Mavericks, we've got Hardaway. Luka Doncic out there with Seth Curry, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the power forward.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
Here's Doncic. Drops it in from 11 feet. Doncic has got his second bucket. There should be plenty of fireworks out in the backcourt tonight in this one. Of the guards you played alongside, who is the best combination passer scorer?
Oh, man, Kev, you put me on the hot seat. That's a tough one. I just got to give everybody
a lot of them, though, didn't you?
I know, man. I didn't know it was going to be a test today. I got to go with my boy Rod Strickland when I played with him at the Wizards. I think he's the best finisher ever, and he led the league in assists. My boy Jay Will, shout out to White Chocolate. I mean, he is one of the most creative players I ever played with, but he could shoot it from deep. He was a guy that liked to shoot it from Curry land, and he could pass it. And then lastly, I'd have to, of course, go with my man Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby could do it all. So I've been blessed to play and fortunate to play with some great scorers and combination passers in this league.
Three terrific names.
Well, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Signed him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Harden, that's good.
Oh, I love how Harden pulls once he gets the ball. If you play off him just a little bit, it'll cost you.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Shot clock at 5. Back to Hardaway. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
Here's Westbrook. It's rebounded by Dallas. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Here's Curry. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
And the jam by Harden.
Oh, that's just fantastic concentration by Harden. Taking the hit like a champ, draining the shot.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. DeLon Wright comes in for Curry, and it's Burke in for Doncic. Out left to the wing. Harden against Wright. Here's Kleba. The pass to Porzingis. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
The Mavericks have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. And there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That is his first foul of the game. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Here's Hardaway, and it's Hardaway slamming it down.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Now, here's Green. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And it's Green with the jam.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up the rails.
Now here's Burke. He's tightly guarded. Inside, Marjanovic. It's good. The assist that time from Burke.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range. How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
To the paint. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Marjanovic with the slam.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end. Not a lot of game left to play.
And he's good on the 3 ball.
Somebody came to play tonight. 6 out of his first 7.
Passes to Wright. And here is Marjanovic. Here's Burke. And no good on the last second attempt this time. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Mavericks lead by 1. And we'll get going after. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Mavericks, J.J. Barea is out there with Wright. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
Look, that's a nice play. You need low post scoring to keep your offense balanced.
Kleber kicks to Barea. From the high post. Rebounded by Tucker.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Luka Doncic comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Curry subbed in for Wright. And good that time.
Now there's the grit we've come to expect from Tucker. Getting into position for the rebound and getting some points out of it.
Barea dishes to Doncic. In the dunk by Doncic.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Here's Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Barea with a wide open look. The Mavericks rebound. Tries again. No good on the layup. For Houston, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Westbrook drives in, and the shot goes down. Westbrook's got the lead up to 2 now for the Rockets.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
He gets that one. That's 7 points for Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Buries the long-range jumper. And it's a 3-point Maverick lead. Well, the NBA is entertainment. You know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. You don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick, sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle, the Jazz, and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely. House, the pass to Tucker. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Saturday, it'll be the Phoenix Suns coming into town. Then on Monday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Berea against Westbrook. From the arc. Finney Smith can't get it to go. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Rivers looking over the floor. Pass to House. Left side, Westbrook. And he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And Finney Smith gets it to go. .11 seconds left in the first half. The shot's good. Rivers has got his first bucket of the night.
And credit the focus. Rivers, he could have given in to the defense, but he stuck through it.
Pull up Jay. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House, and at the 3, the small forward. And again, Dallas turns it over.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for Porzingis. 5th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And yeah, he's been a brutal shot blocker all season long. As you said, top 5 in the league. He's a dangerous force to face inside.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Misses from close range.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Here's Porzingis, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Porzingis has got 11 points.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off, and the D struggling to keep up. It might take him a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. Just need to calm down, play their game.
Porzingis on the foul. And it's a 5-point Dallas lead.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Well, sometimes it just looks unfair with the way Harden can create space. And then, Chris, he'd get that shot up.
His step-back jumper is a thing of beauty. I'm not talking about his almost travel double step-back, just his regular one. I mean, he has so many tools to create space with his footwork, and he makes the most out of what you give him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Wright, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Trey Burke subbed in for Luka Doncic. Three-pointer Wright, nailed from three-point land. Wright's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
It's stolen by McLemore. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the ball, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
Well, that's straight out of Harden's playbook. Go on the attack, drive the lane, force the defense into fouls.
And he knocks down the first one.
Sometimes I feel like people don't truly appreciate the greatness of what James Harden does. He's one of the toughest guys to check on the fast break. He has one of the best Euro steps in the game, the best footwork in the game. He'll hit you in the head for deep. You can't check him without fouling him. The precision of his movements, the ease in which he scores. Come on, man.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Ferocious player on the offensive end. Harden is fantastic at staying aggressive, actively looking for a shot.
Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. And he banks in the layup. Burke's got his second bucket tonight. As you said, C-Webb, what Harden has been doing the last few years is truly remarkable.
Yeah, Kevin, and it's funny because when you are achieving greatness and critics try to diminish what you're doing, it's just funny to me. Harden is one of the great guards of all time, no matter how you slice it.
Right, the pass to Kleber. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Yeah, it's taken on a different feel since the break. You can see how many more hustle plays are being made.
Damari Carroll's checked in for James Harden. Now here's McLemore, guarded by Hardaway. Here's Clemens. They get it back. Covington comes up empty down low.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Count that one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's McLemore. He's tightly guarded. The three.
And they've struggled from three-point range here in the second half, and it's making it that much harder for them to chip away at that lead.
Burke finds Hardaway. Some nice passing here by Dallas. The kick out to Wright, and Burke has it in the corner. Another three for Dallas.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
They came out the locker room refreshed. I mean, they've been the stronger team since halftime, no doubt.
Feeds to Covington and stolen by Wright. Now the Mavericks moving it up. That's good from Burke on the assist from Hardaway. Burke's got the lead up to 12 now for Dallas. Covington in the corner. And again, the turnover by the Rockets. On the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis comes in for Marjanovic. And Doncic is subbed in for Burke. And the Rockets making a change here as well. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. Hardaway kicks to Kleber. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Sinks the three-pointer. Doncic has got 10 points in the game.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Here's Kleba with 1 on the clock. No good there. And so it's Dallas. Their lead at 15 going into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Rockets trail by 17. Here's Covington. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Covington's got his first points of the night. Chris, over the last 40 years, a steady decline in offensive rebound. Largely due, I'm guessing, to the concern with transition defense, right?
Definitely. And let's give respect to offensive rebounding that it should have. Whenever you had guys like Rodman, Popeye Jones, guys that used to just, you'd have nightmares about because they were such great rebounders. Ben Wallace. Well, now it's a little bit different because those guys were playing the 4 position, right? So now at the 4 position, you have to get back on defense because if you're not, guys are shooting threes from Curry land in the 4 position because the game is evolving. So now it is better to get back in transition than trying to get an extra possession for your team. You still want to attack the glass. You just want to make sure you know who's in the game at that time because now you have guys leaking out, getting a quick shot on that other end.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And here's Harden for 3. Kleba with the rebound. Dallas leading by 20. Doncic feeling it out. And there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That's foul number 2 for him. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. It's so many better and different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, that's your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
Here's Doncic. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Houston. Trailing by 19. Here's Harden. And it's Houston with another.
So aggressive on the offensive end. I mean, Harden, he's consistent at finding his shot.
To the right side. Here's Kleba. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
From deep, Harden. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 5th assist in this one.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Well, when he's hitting from range on a consistent basis, it makes everything easier offensively.
Covington passes to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
It's a terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
And Harden comes to help. Kleba kicks to Doncic. There's 1:26 left in the 4th quarter, and he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter.
and certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 39 points for James Harden.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And the longer the run goes on, the more momentum will swing their way.
And we've talked about the skill. Doncic has polished his game at a very young age, and that pump fake was a seasoned veteran's move.
Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
46 seconds left to play here in the fourth. At the Kleba. No good from outside. It's Harden. Wow, hammering it in.
Oh. I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Outside for Curry. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. And here are the Mavericks now. 22 is their biggest lead.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. Pass to Jackson. Right side, Kid Gilchrist. Out to Doncic. Shot from the top of the key. No good that time. And so it's Dallas winning this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the...
shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Ariel Powers, welcome to 2K TV. So excited to have you on. I've wanted to have you on the show for a long time, so I am super excited that you're here right now. I know you're in the WNBA bubble. How is that and what's going on?
It's great. My internet is back and active, so I am in a wonderful state right now.
What have you been up to in the bubble?
Just right now, getting ready to start trying to stay prepared and stay healthy.
And a look at the Warriors arriving earlier on. Looking sharp. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Let's take a look at Dallas. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs. And, of course, the Golden State Warriors right now quite a ways down below.
You know, right now, Dallas, they've made a big leap forward this season. Just being in the playoff discussion marks a ton of progress from where they were at this point a year ago.
This is a much different team now, especially in terms of attitude and effort. They are competitive night in and night out. That is something we weren't saying about this team last year.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Green, and it's Chris in at the 5 spot. And for the Mavericks, they've got Porzingis, Luka Doncic out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Finney-Smith in at power forward. Here's Doncic after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Back to Doncic. Curry with the steal. Thompson right side. Here's Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Porzingis. Good work there as it goes. Porzingis has got his second bucket of the night.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
Stephen Curry's catch-and-shoot jump shot is one of the quickest in the league.
Doncic left side. Up again. Porzingis on the follow.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's off from three-point range. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Porzingis kicks to Finney-Smith. From outside, off the mark. Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Golden State moving it around. And it's Wiggins missing. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Here's Thompson. Warriors getting another chance here. Curry passes to Thompson. 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. And again, no good by Golden State.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Here's Porzingis. Misses off the left iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Smitty, at the defensive end, who are the best players in the league at selling a charge call?
I would say Kyle Lowry's one of my favorites. Marcus Smart, P.J. Tucker. Those are the guys that come to mind that do it well. They take charges and also they sell them.
Yeah, Tucker in particular, and I love Lowry, but Tucker's, he'll take it, and you know it hurts, but he takes it every game and multiple times a game, right? I mean, wow.
Yes, indeed.
Doncic dishes to Hardaway. Launches it. It's rebounded by Golden State. Coming off that loss against the Nets. Outside, Green. The baseline J. Porzingis with the rebound. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 2. And stolen by Wiggins. By himself, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Good vision from Steph, but for that play to work, you also have to get open. Steph put it on the money.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Great D that time from Green. Warriors leading by 4. Thompson way outside. They get it back. Wiggins kicks to Green. And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
He was too aggressive. That's already his second foul. We haven't even gotten out of the first quarter.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Curry. Lays it up and banks it in. Curry's got 7 points.
There's where Thompson's underrated vision comes into play. That's an excellent find.
Doncic with it. Picked up by Thompson. Fires the 3. Curry can't get it to go.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Green kicks to Curry. Knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 10.
Oh, great ball movement there.
19 seconds left here in the first quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Wiggins. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Porzingis passes to Doncic. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And so the first quarter is in the books. Warriors ahead, up 9. Notching a 50, 40, 90% season is a...
Your field goal percentage as a whole.
And consistent excellence certainly is the key. Curry brings it night in and night out.
And as tough as it is to hit those marks, he just seems to make it look easy.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, Trey Burke is out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Marjanovic. Then it's DeJuan Wright. And it's Kleber in at the force line. It's got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Green.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And for the Warriors, 5 straight finals appearances, something that hasn't been done since Bill Russell's Celtics of the 60s.
And those 5 appearances, Greg, produced 3 titles and was close to another one. Last year's finals not ending the way they wanted. Injuries certainly played a role. We'll see if they can make it back this season.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And that one's good. Right.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And there's the pass to Looney. Outside Curry. From deep. The shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Here's Burke. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And they pick up 2.
Terrific work inside from Looney. He continues to get more comfortable down there.
Pass to Marjanovic. And it's Looney with the rebound. Warriors leading by 9. Curry attacking. It's good. Curry's got 12 in the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And it's ready for teams that tend to go deep into the playoffs year after year, season after season. It takes, I'm assuming, a mental toll as well as a physical toll.
It does, and that mental toll is just as hard as that physical toll on your body and your mind. And I think for teams that have great leadership and development of those young guys that can play some of those minutes, they usually bowl well.
Finney-Smith got it. Good job in the low post.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got to be thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Pascal, the pass to Wiggins. Shoots from 14. That one off the back iron and out. Mavericks trail by 7. Passes it to Burke. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
To the wing right side. Shoots. And again, no good by Golden State.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Curry outside, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. They've led by as many as 11 points. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Maxi Kleber. Pass to Thompson. Back to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got 14 points for the game.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Back to Curry. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Saturday, it'll be the Phoenix Suns coming into town. Then on Monday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And looking at the Blazers matchup, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Thompson outside. Good on the triple. He's got 5.
Thompson is just as consistent as they come from three-point land.
Down low, here's Hardaway. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And here is Curry. 14 points for him. There's the triple. And another 3 for Golden State.
It's been this way all night. When Steph gets going, amazing things happen.
It could go. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And we've... Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He ended up with 17 points. And that does it for our...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Curry has been sensational.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
What can you say? Shooting is a premium in this league, and you can see why.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brother, in the backcourt. Marquise Chris is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot.
And, you know, you see it every day, but it still doesn't make it any less impressive. The amount of skill that Steph Curry has on the floor, the shooting, the passing, the agility, he has it all.
Yep, it counts. That's 7 points for Klay Thompson.
Sensational work by Thompson to drive it aggressively to the hole.
Doncic dishes to Curry. To the middle, and stolen by Chris. Thompson finds Curry. Back to Thompson. Golden State moving it around. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Thompson. And now a 10-point Warrior lead. You could argue Curry is one of the most skilled players of all time.
The shooting alone puts him in the conversation, and very few can match up to just that. Guys like LeBron and Wilt dominate with their size and athleticism, but Curry is an all-time great because of his once-in-a-lifetime skill. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
6 to shoot. And Doncic, here we go.
Don't underestimate Klay Thompson on the defensive end. Perfect timing on the block.
That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Doncic. Thompson outside. And the 3 off target.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
And Curry has it in the corner. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Now just a 5-point Warrior lead.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. On the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. DeLon Wright comes in for Seth Curry. And Barea subbed in for Luka Doncic. The Warriors also with a sub. Kevon Looney is checked in for Chris. Thompson for the triple. Drains the 3-pointer. Thompson's got 12.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had 1 triple in the first half, now has his 2nd.
And here's Barea outside. Another 3 for Dallas.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Curry outside. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
And Porzingis, here we go. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Thompson outside. Barea against Curry for 3. Goes back up. Looney, the shot missing. Nice D from Porzingis. And Wright kicks to Barea. And another basket for Dallas.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
I would have loved to hear the coach's speech because they really took heed to it. Like you said, both teams playing at a different pace.
Kept alive. And they're pushing it up. There's the pass to Marjanovic. Right outside. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And that's the problem with guarding Thompson. He is so versatile and can attack you on the drive in addition to his shooting ability.
First one falls for him. Well, nobody gets out in the NBA quite like Klay Thompson, Smitty. He is something else. Wow.
Players can get hot, Kevin, but when Klay gets hot, every shot falls in. The records he set with made threes in a game, 37 points in a quarter, 60 points in 3 quarters. When he gets rolling, it's a treat to watch.
And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 5 assists in the game.
A quick, good shot here, and they can go 2 for 1.
Trying to squeeze out every extra possession, but they have to work fast.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Curry with the steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break.
Mavericks foul call.
The Warriors have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Golden State, Klay Thompson. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Thompson.
And we know, of course, Klay coming from a basketball family. In fact, his father back in 1978 was drafted #1 overall.
To the inside, here's Porzingis. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense, he might have gotten over-eager.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Looking good at this point, but... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic's out there with Burke, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Now here's Thompson. Here's Poole. Back to Thompson. Fires from deep. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
And now he's starting to get it going. 4 3-pointers in the game for him, and 3 have come in this half.
And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Here's Poole. Bucket is good. And now it's a 12-point Warrior lead.
Those are the kinds of plays that win games. Really savvy D, and give him credit for looking to go straight up the court with it.
To the wing on the left. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Here's Porzingis. Nails the baby hook.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Poole. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. And he makes that one. Poole's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of 3-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting 3.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more 3-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the 3. Work on your game and what's best for you.
Dallas calls timeout.
And coach most likely wants to address their turnover issues. The offense looks forced right now, rush, there's no synergy to it. They have to find a way to work together and remain aggressive without making mistakes.
Justin Jackson, he's checked in for Dallas. Seth Curry comes in for Burke. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Outside Curry. Lets the 3 fly. That one misses. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Thompson left side. Wiggins outside. Curry from deep three-point land. And the Warriors get it back.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
For the three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They've led by as many as 14 points. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Wiggins. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Doncic passes to Curry. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists now tonight.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Now Curry. From deep three-point range. Look at that!
I'm leaving. I'm gone. Steph, maybe the best shooter we've seen from beyond the arc. Pretty.
Right side Curry. Passes it to Porzingis, and stolen by Chris.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Warriors.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
That's breathing a huge sigh of relief, guys. They're on their way to a win here, avoiding losing all 4 games of the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Steph Curry.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Gets the first, that brings them to within 10. Both shots good from the stripe. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Pass to Bowman. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis. To the middle. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And Kid Gilchrist throws it down.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Bowman. And the rejection by Jackson. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. We're great.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
So I know you're big into 2K. What modes do you jump into?
Right now, my favorite is actually going to the park and playing 3v3 and also Pro-Am. A little bit more Pro-Am now because 3v3 sometimes it's like not as realistic as I think 5v5 is.
So the WNBA is in 2K20 for the first time.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. Hey, Dave. Well, the Nuggets lucky to have him. Thanks, David. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Millsap.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard position. And for Dallas, we've got Tim Hardaway Jr. Seth Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 slot. Now, here's Jokic. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Passes it to Murray. And Hardaway comes to help. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. We're looking forward to the center matchup tonight, Doris. What do you expect to see from these guys inside?
Well, I think there's a requisite physicality in there, certainly. At the same time, there are greater demands on big men, Kevin, than we have ever seen before. Yes, they have to be rim protectors. Yes, they have to control the paint. But now those bigs are asked to defend in space, to guard on the perimeter. Kevin, you know this. That's a tall task.
Pass to Jokic. Porzingis with the steal. Millsap with the steal. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Finney-Smith. Millsap covering. On its way from Curry for 2. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
Murray, the pass to Craig. Now Jokic, guarded by Curry. Porter outside. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas moving the ball around. Hardaway against Porter. Here's Porzingis. Drops in the layup for 2.
Scoring through contact is something Kristaps Porzingis has got to get used to in the NBA. Teams try to get physical with this guy.
Now here's Porter. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Jokic kicks to Craig. Clock at 6. And the pass to Murray. Lets it go with a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Murray's got 5 points so far.
And if you don't get out on Murray, he will light you up from beyond. He's lethal.
And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And you look at Luka Doncic, 6'7", about 220 Doors. Is he a point guard? A point forward? I mean, where's he fit?
Well, I think in today's modern NBA, where we talk about positionless basketball, he's the perfect fit regardless of where you put him. He can defend wings, he can defend forwards, and offensively, you want him to be in command of the basketball.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
Here's Murray following the score by Dallas. Pass to Craig. Porter outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
Here's Jokic after Luka Doncic's bucket. Now, here's Jokic. He's coming off a 10-point game against Dallas.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix. Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Now, here's Jokic. Out to the right wing. Murray against Doncic. That one good for 2. That's 7 points for Jamal Murray.
And love seeing Murray take it strong to the rack. A phenomenal finisher inside.
Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. 29 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And so Grant will bring it up for Denver. Morris kicks to Grant. Out to the right wing. Now here's Bull. Guarded by Wright. Right wing. A 3-ball. And it's Bull that time on the assist by Grant.
And the big fella knows how to score the basketball. Bull's understanding of when to look for his is next level.
3-pointer right. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 5. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
I know it's early, but all those 3-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got Jeremy Grant, also Bull out there. Monte Morris is out there with Plumlee, and it's Dozier in at the 2. Here's Morris, and he uses the glass on the layup. Morris has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Denver. Mavericks trail by 7. And here is Wright. Pass to Marjanovic. Now Barea. Here's Kleba. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist.
I'll tell you, that's a pretty pass. Barea is a spark plug, and he seems to make his teammates better whenever he's on the floor.
Morris passes to Grant. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Puts one up from 19. Barea, no good.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Bull kicks to Grant. Off the left rim and out.
Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
Daniels, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Now here's Barea. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. To the left wing. Kleba kicks to Barea. Here's Marjanovic. And that'll be 2 free throws. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here are the Nuggets now, following the score by Dallas. And he'll shoot free throws here. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Craig, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Finney Smith. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Denver. The Mavericks shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. The first free throw is good. And the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic comes in for Mason Plumlee. And it's Torrey Craig in for Bull. The Nuggets leading by 7. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. A different look for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Grant. And it's Jamal Murray in for Morris. Millsap passes to Jokic. Shot clock at 6. The 10-footer. The Nuggets with another miss. Last game for the Mavericks, it was a loss to Denver. And that one's good. Burke.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Marjanovic against Murray. That one falls. Murray's got 9 points.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
Now here's Wright. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Kleba. His 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Mavericks trail by 7. 1:09 left here in the second. Offensive rebound. Marjanovic. The kick out to Wright. Dallas moving it around. Pass to Kleba. Wright with it. On deep. They grabbed their own miss. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Now the pass to Craig. 40 seconds left to play in the first half.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
The Nuggets leading by 7. Daniels passes to Craig. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Wright, and he converts the layup. Wright's got his first 2 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
From deep 3-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's it for... Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Well, one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
They've got Porzingis. Doncic out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Craig. No points in the game yet for him. Porter, no luck. From the wing, Hardaway. He's covered by Murray. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Well, with Kristaps Porzingis, you love not only the skill, but the passion he plays with. You would never use the descriptor passive with this guy.
And Jokic slams it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Doncic kicks to Curry. For the lead. Second shot opportunity. Hardaway, no good. Denver in the lead. Right side, Millsap. Murray for three. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. And with Porzingis, as Doris, you mentioned, that energy he has is contagious.
Well, he is the prototypical modern NBA big, right? Porzingis can run the floor in transition. He can face up and shoot with range. He can put it on the deck, and he can play out of the post. What more could you ask?
Now, here's Curry, following the miss by Paul Millsap. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Boy, the aggressiveness in the paint from Porzingis, putting the onus on the officials to make a call. You've got to make them decision makers.
J.J. Barea is checked in for the Mavericks. Doris, you and I enjoy discussing pure sport, great shooters, but guys that can score a myriad of ways. Give us a couple of names that we don't always hear about that really impressed you.
Well, one young man who I think has got an offensive game that is really continuing to grow and is quite beautiful already is Zach LaVine. But probably the best example, Kev, would have to be the multi-time winner of the Six-Man Award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's great in pick and roll. He has become a better playmaker, but Lou Williams is a problem to guard.
And as people will say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
Here's Dozier, following the score by Dallas. Here's Bull, and it comes off the front of the rim.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Doncic laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Doncic has got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs. Nuggets have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Bull to pass to Grant. Over to the wing. Here's Dozier, and he banks in the layup. Dozier's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Left side, Porzingis takes a 3. Barea, no good. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Fires from 14. Mavericks with the rebound. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Porzingis against Plumlee. Here's Doncic.
The numbers for Luka Doncic absolutely staggering. The only rookie ever to average over 20 points, 7 boards, and 5 assists.
The Mavericks have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's DeLon Wright in for J.J. Barea. They're running. And it's Wright missing. The Nuggets trail. Jokic kicks to Morris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Morris has got 6.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 10. Right outside. Dallas again missing. For Denver, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Curry comes in for Hardaway. And it's Burke in for Luka Doncic. And the Mavericks with possession here, following the miss by Paul Millsap from deep. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Murray is inside. Guarded by Porter. Marjanovic, no good. It's stolen by Marjanovic to the paint. Outside for Curry. Back to Marjanovic. Can't hit from 12. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Daniels in at the two-guard spot. It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Here is Porter. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Zinkas, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Here's Millsap. Jokic trying to free himself up. And two free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots. Just aren't found in that center position.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Craig's checked in.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in.
Luka Doncic has superstar written all over him. He's cooking.
The Nuggets shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Now Murray. And it's Jokic in the corner. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
2 points. That one goes.
You cannot let Doncic get established on the interior. This guy feels very comfortable wherever he is on the floor.
And the officials into the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Here's Doncic. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Banked in off the glass. Now it's a 6-point Maverick lead.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Right side Millsap. The Nuggets with another miss. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And Doncic gets it to go.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
And, Greg, one of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Porter outside. It's rebounded by Porzingis. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Down low. Here's Curry. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
You know, a guy with that size from the downtown three-point area, no chance for a defender to alter that shot.
And here is Doncic. After Michael Porter made the last three-pointer. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Inside, here's Kleba. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic and a pretty pass right there.
Murray against Doncic. And Murray, here we go. Counts the basket.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
To the middle, here's Curry, and the layup's good off the glass.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. We've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
Pass to Porzingis. Doncic with it. Out guarded by Murray. Curry passes to Doncic. Over Murray. The offensive rebound. Here's Porzingis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jokic.
And with his height, it is really hard to affect Porzingis' shot without fouling him. He is a problem for defenders.
And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. 11-point game. Quarter outside. Kleber with the rebound. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Hardaway kicks to Kleber. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Doncic finds Porzingis. Curry on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. From downtown. Hands it from downtown. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Doncic passes to Kleber. Now Porzingis. Doncic outside. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap